Hello, it is Monday morning and I've had a couple of days off the camera because I've been working my way through all that St Fagans footage. Now, I had great plans today. I was going to get up, get stuff done that I need to do, leave the house, get to my boyfriend's house for a rehearsal tonight and then do some days of filing thereafter. And IB's got some little adventures lined up for me in the evenings as well, which is rather fun. But I have a complication of the nose variety. If you're a regular to my channel, you will know that every so often, since the pandemic, not before, but I get an infection up my nose somewhere which ends up going horrible and needing antibiotics, and I got a feeling this is heading in that direction. It keeps recurring, and I actually managed to get a swab in yesterday to the GP surgery for analysis to see if we can detect the bacterial strain, to see if we can work out why the blinking thing keeps coming back. But anyway, since then it's come back and I've woken up with a headache all on one side, all pain around my eye. This side of my neck is like the glands are swollen and it hurts, sore throat, and of course the nose is hurting as well and itching. So I'm gonna have to give my GP a call and work out my day from there. So I'll speak to you when I know what's going on. It's 20 minutes later. I got through, was on hold for ages twice because the first time, as soon as it was my time to be spoken to, the phone just went dead, like it disconnected, so I rang again. Anyway, yeah, I'm waiting for a call back from the GP. This is really weird. I mean, I get a lot of impetigo, but it never comes on, like, spreads this quickly. That's been less than 24 hours has, so that's a bit weird. Ever since I've had corona, I just seem to be really, really susceptible to little teeny tiny bacterial infections. So I don't know if it's, like, to do with that or not. I don't know. IB suggests I do a lateral flow. I don't think it's COVID, but since I'm, well, theoretically going to go and do some work at his business, I ought to do one, so I am. I've done it. I could confirm that is a very, very sore thing to do when you've got an infection up your nose. You're supposed to do the side that doesn't have the piercing. I should have just done the side with the piercing, frankly, but it's done now. Right. It's about 1:10. I actually got dressed. I thought I'd better in case I had a call from the doctor and they asked me to go in immediately or something, because they do sometimes. They'll say, well, can you come in the next 10 minutes? Anyway, I haven't had a call back from the doctor. I've been doing my usual sort of stuff, but just at a slow pace. So I've been working on the vlog. I've been responding to some comments, responding to some DMs. I have been updating my books with bits of income and expenses. And now I'm going to have a slow potter around my disgusterous kitchen and try to make it look nice. Whew. And sometime later, I have cleaned my kitchen surfaces. You may notice that I didn't want to show you before because it really was that bad. I've even cleaned my stove. There, that's a lot better. Look, a new sharps bin has appeared since I last vlogged. Izzy's new medication has arrived. It's here in this bag here. Got to be stored between 2 and 8 degrees. Hence, I've got this here. Oh! It's going too low. I'm not used to this fridge, that's the problem. I'm trying to make sure I don't destroy it. It's really, apparently, cost the NHS a small fortune for these couple of injection pens, but it's absolutely critical they get stored at the right temperature. If you'd have asked me this time last week, what temperature is an average fridge, I wouldn't have known. But I know now. I have a humongous amount of reading to do about this medication. There's also a dosing calendar as well for noting down what you do. Hang on. It's new, really new anti-inflammatory. I think it's been out like 2 or 3 years or something. But we got held up from going on it because his eyes weren't in great nick. But yeah, I haven't figured out how to do this yet. Oh, that's what it looks like. Looks like, I don't know, satellite to me. I can imagine that circling around in space. It's supposed to be self-administered, but I'm gonna have to do it. So there we are. She prefers it in the leg. You can do it in your tummy as well if you want. Well, not you, but you know, whoever's using it. I have another weighty tome to read my way through as well, which is Izzy's full dyslexia report. It's come through at last and it's 30 pages of A4. So I think, given that I'm not feeling very well and I'm trying to take it easy, I might set myself up on my bed this afternoon with all that stuff to read and start going through it all and taking some notes of key points. Now, there's something you might be interested in here. Isabel got creative. Ta-da! She put the Christmas tree up. Here it is, look, with its lights. Isabel did it all. I didn't do anything other than bring it down out of the loft. I've got my lights off in the front room, you see, because I'm rather just enjoying the pleasant glow from the Christmas tree lights. There's the owl I bought Izzy from Qashqai on my travels one year. Oh, I can't remember where I got him from. Don't know, it's probably going to be in one of my past Christmas shopping vlogs though. That was from Matalan. Remember that one? Izzy likes donuts, you know, she's the donut queen. That's the most recent one. She's seen a frog on a lily pad and that's what she wants, so she's going to buy it for herself and I'm going to reimburse her. That was last year. I think that might have been Matalan. Isabel's broken up the snowmen. It's the Isabel and Imogen snowman. We've got given them separately, but they both have our names on. And every year she's put them right next to each other. And look, we've got distance between us. Oh, I think it reflects the developmental stage, you know. I'll try not to be offended. Do you know, I'm being grateful today. I'm feeling grateful today for the fact that my gig is not really soon, my next gig, because, you know, problems. I'm really grateful for the fact that this is not a urine infection, because I'd rather have this any day. Even if it goes all unsightly and swollen up and horrible, I'd still rather have it because it's like a localized illness, whereas the urine infections are like, they make me feel rotten all over, everywhere. Terrible. So really grateful it's not that. I was grateful for something else as well. I can't remember what that was, but our rehearsal is obviously cancelled for tonight now, but I was a bit worried about it because Dan and IB have another musical project on the go as well, and they were literally going to be rehearsing for hours today and doing a performance as well, and then doing our rehearsal this evening, and I just thought it was too much for them. So I'm kind of glad for them that I've had to cancel, but they were both up for the rehearsal. I just thought they must be insane. They're just going to turn up exhausted. But they're not having one now, so, well, unless they do it on their own, they might do. You never know. I'm feeling really ropey, my neck is hurting because the glands are all swollen up, so I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to probably make a fresh cup of tea and go and read that literature. I'm just thinking I should put a wash load on first. I'll do that. Right, good, I've popped that on. Speaking of Christmas stuff, as I just was, my Rose's chocolates were in jeopardy last night because IB was here, and then middle of the night, well, middle of the evening, we were watching telly and he suddenly said, I'm feeling a bit Quality Street-ish. So, well, they're Roses, they're not Quality Street, you're not having them. Hands off. So, yeah, but we're all right, it's still there. I think the next addition to this needs to be Turkish Delight because it's a thing, we like Turkish Delight. Yeah, that's the next on the list. I have to say though, as I've been passing these biscuit thins, the cappuccino thins that I got from IKEA, oh, I keep fancying some of those, but nope, I'm holding strong. Speaking of food though, because I thought I was going to be at my boyfriend's place for the next few days, I literally packed some of the more perishable foods into a bag for him to take in advance this morning. I was going to get the train there, you see, later, so I didn't want to be carrying mushrooms and vegetables and things. So I've emptied them out of my fridge now. And here I am with a potentially contagious nose infection and probably not the best idea to go to a shop. But I'll be alright, I've got peppers and a couple of potatoes and tomatoes, so I'll be alright. And also, I don't actually have to cook my lunch because I've got leftovers from our dinner. I sort of did a mushroom and courgette and aubergine risotto thingy. There's some rice left over. So I've got that out ready to have for my lunch when I'm hungry. But right now, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and go and read that stuff on my bed. I've got really into goat's milk lately. I say lately. Of course, I got it reduced to clear, didn't I? 45p, couldn't say no to that, so I'm really enjoying it in tea and coffee. There's my lovely cup of tea. Let's go and do some reading then. Can I just say, what a terrible time I've just had with my stapler. That one, look, it was just doing that with the staples. This was also playing up. Finally, in bed. I've got my literature, I have a pen, and I have a highlighter, so I'm going to start going through it. First part of this booklet is explaining what atopic dermatitis is. It's pointing out that basically with this condition the immune system is attacking the skin cells and causing inflammation. I knew that anyway, but I thought I'd include it in case people didn't know. It's 5 to 3 and I've had 2 phone calls and a few texts while I've been sitting here. So the GP rang, I explained situation, but she said she doesn't want to prescribe antibiotics, oral antibiotics yet. She said carry on with the Fusidin. I could go to the chemist and get nasal washout and nasal spray. She said use that for the next however long it takes, maybe up to 2 weeks. If it's still persisting after 2 weeks, they would consider oral antibiotics, but she said no, try and sort it out without. So that's the plan for that. I'm actually not feeling so bad now. I've been sat still for so long, I think because I was pottering around quite a lot earlier. I was making myself feel worse, but anyway, I'm feeling not too bad at the moment, so that's reassuring. She's not concerned about me losing my sight or anything silly like that. Anyway, I'm looking at the monitor now. I think it looks a bit swollen up again. Oh dear me. Good job I'm not too vain, innit? The other call was from Isabel's new medication providing company, because the NHS are kind of like subcontracting, is that the word, to another company, like a private company, to come and do that. So we now have a training day next week. A nurse will be coming to the house and training me to administer the injection. So that's in the diary. I've had to cancel an exciting adventure with my boyfriend that day because we had plans to go down to Devon, actually, stay overnight and play music with friends, but also, you know, look around Devon a bit, but I'm not doing that now. So they were chocker. Their diaries were chocker. There was just one day next week, otherwise it would have been really delayed a lot, and we need to crack on with that. I need to put Izzy's health as a priority. So that's organised. What else? Oh yeah, and I might have a potential gig come in. So been doing a bit of texting, finding out who's available, that sort of thing. I'm gonna eat some lunch now, and then I'm gonna go to the chemist. I might as well hang my clothes out while my food is reheating. I've just chucked it all in a pan together to reheat. I was asking the doctor if this current infection problem could be a result of having had COVID and having had a poor immune system, and she said yeah, it could be. She said, but honestly we don't really know the long-term effects yet. So there we are. It might be. And the other thing, I've mentioned it before, since I've had COVID, I keep doing this thing where I get halfway through a sentence and then I just forget what I was talking about halfway through, and that happened on the phone. And so I took the opportunity to tell her what had happened, and she said, oh yeah, the brain fog, yeah, from COVID. So there we are, it's a thing. It's official, I've got brain fog. It's horrible though, it's scary. You get halfway through your sentence, then it's like you suddenly wake up where you are. I'd like to catch myself doing it on camera so I see what it looks like and how long it goes on for. I don't know, it's weird, but it's really a bit disconcerting. Anyway, I'm gonna hang my laundry out now. My yummy lunch all served up. I've had a taste, it's delicious. Got a bit of lime pickle on it as well. It was the last scrapings of that jar. I've got another one in the fridge. It's 10 to 4 now. I'm off to the chemist. I'm taking Isabel's prescriptions as well that I had through the post the other day, because I need to get these in place for when she has the big start on the new meds, because obviously she's coming off the old one, and the new one's going to take 3 or 4 months to start working properly. So anticipating a potential flare-up. But anyway, I'm gonna brave the intensely freezing cold weather now, which I'm not looking forward to because I think it's gonna sting my nose. and I'll see you when I get back. I'm back. That wasn't as bad as I thought, actually. It wasn't as cold as I was expecting. It was relatively mild, and it was quite nice to walk through the town and sort of see the buzz of people milling about, and it's getting dark, so all the Christmas lights were on, so it was quite pleasant. Anyway, I've come back with this. The GP thought I was going to get something on the common ailment scheme free of charge, but I didn't. That wasn't an option. So I've got this saline spray thing to squirt up my nose. Nice. Oh, how dignified. But it was quite pricey. It was $6.99, but the other one was $9.99, so I went for the cheaper of the two. I've also got some of Izzy's items. I'm waiting for my printer to print, because no sooner had I got in through the door, Izzy rang, and she needs me to fill out a consent form urgently. There's some college trip, and it was first come, first served, and basically whoever gets their consent form in first, you know, gets on the list kind of thing. So there's this big rush. She's been ringing me up in a panic, but it's refusing to print at the moment. So there we are. It's doing it now, yay. That's an aerosol with a very long nozzle to go up your nose. It's basically seawater, apparently. So I suspect it's probably a bit overpriced for what it is, but I'm desperate. I don't want this thing to get a grapple hold and incapacitate me for a week and a half. I want to just get it fixed and get back to IB's and do some work and do some fun stuff with him. I am being a lazy immo for my dinner tonight. It's 7:40 p.m. and I'm trying a Plant Chef tomato, chickpea and aubergine soup. And I had a little taste of it cold and it was very nice. I'll probably have it with some buttered corn cakes, I think. Oh, look at the lovely Christmas tree and yeah, the pile of detritus there out of the loft. It's got more decorations in it to go up, so they're kind of staying there for the time being. I had to go with that nasal wash earlier. It wasn't too bad at all, not too bad in experience, but it definitely runs straight out of your nose. You need to have something to catch it. at the ready. I had a tissue. I'm not feeling too bad at the moment. I'm still feeling grotty, but it is still very localised and it's not like making me feel overall ill, if you know what I mean. So fingers crossed I'm on the up and the ointment's working. Let's hope so anyway. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!